Hello folks, welcome to the review of my Lexus LX570, or could be like a Toyota 200 series petrol version as well. Very similar, I guess. But I guess the question that I want to really respond here is whether Toyota or Lexus are as reliable as they say they are, and what could go wrong with them when you're buying one. Are they as reliable as Unbreakable and never have a problem with it and all that? The short answer is probably no. Okay, my car is a 2008-9 model, and I do a lot of driving as well because I'm a estate agent, so I've got a good idea of what goes wrong with them and it does. And I have had Lexuses before, Lexus before as well. Before this one I had a Lexus GS as well, so I'm pretty familiar with the brand. And sorry about the ambient noise, as well as my car is not the tidiest either. But what I can tell you is from the outside, look, there's nothing that went wrong as such with this car from the outside. It's just a consumables. You got to know, because when you're buying a Toyota, it doesn't mean you don't need to change things. You do need to change things, okay? Yes, sir, it could be very reliable on other things, but when it comes to changing things, you've got to do that. For example, I had to change the rotors and brakes because I had a warped rotor, and when I was braking, I had a shake in the steering wheel, especially at the lower speed. So yes, it's a Lexus, but you've got to change that because that could happen to you. Front lights bent. I'm glad, because of the HRDs, and I replaced them with a better model. It's got better I guess illumination, so I'm happy with that too. But from the outside, nothing else that I've seen it's gone wrong, or I had to change or anything like that. But I guess with the other cars, you've got to spend a lot of money to fix things. With Lexuses, yes, or Toyotas 200s, you've got to spend some money still. Anything under the engine, perfect, no problem at all. Haven't had any problems with it, and I don't expect to have any either. This V8 engine is just amazing. It is great. I guess one thing what I know is that for my car with 40,000 km, when I was doing heavy drive under the loads, like going a lot of ups and downs, managing routes of towing, burns a little bit of an oil. So you've got to really check that all the time. But other than that, everything will be perfect, no issues. And I think that's what you buy when you buy a Lexus. You buy perfect engineering under the bonnet, and I haven't had any issues. With my previous Lexus, this gas strike springs I had to change that at some point, but this one seems to be pretty alright. You're not going to have a problem disappointing under the bonnet switch. Now, yeah, these lights go a bit funny. You've got to restore it. I've done a restoration, but still not 100%. But apart from that, everything else outside been really good. Just going to jump inside and show you the car a little bit with mine. Yeah, look, it is a very, very comfortable car. Okay, so when you buy this, you buy a really comfortable car. You really enjoy driving it. The sound system inside is really good. You really love it. The other difference with this car in the 200 series that I've noticed is when you drive this, it feels less boaty and less, I guess, truck-like. Maybe it's because of the suspension, most likely it is, because this one's got that hydraulic thing that you can adjust the height, press up and down. The car is going up and it's got shows high there, and then you can put it back to normal. It's going down. So look, that could be it, but I really like it. Inside, what's gone wrong? Look, and the other thing is with that oil pressure monitor, that's, I think, just for the oil pump. Doesn't show if you've got enough oil in it or not, so you got to really change it. This key here, gone inside, it still does work, but you can't press it anymore like these ones. It's just stuck inside. So if I need to open the boot, I just press that, and the rear boot opens. As you can see there, it does open, and then when I close, I just press that, and it closes. So that's that. See, it's closing. Okay. So that's one thing gone, I guess, broke. Look, little things does break in a car as it ages. So don't expect perfect, when you're buying these cars. Everything works. No. The sunroof is good. Don't have an issue there. So that's the front row. These seats, I have changed them. I'll put a new cover on them. It's really nice, but the previous Lexus that I had as well, and this one, got perforation in those ones, like you can see at the back. They start ripping when you sit on them. I don't know why Lexus hasn't really fixed that issue. It's a shame. It's a really good seat and very comfortable, but it's got that issue, unfortunately. That's a problem with it. So I put these on, and they look very comfortable, and they look really nice. Cruise control, that's something else that I have issues. When I'm accelerating, I cannot activate it. I activate it, but I can't set it, so it doesn't set. But once I'm not accelerating, I take off the gas, I can set the cruise. I don't know why it comes yep, but that's what it is. Fuel consumption, if you got a question about that, look, you should see around that sort of 16-17 liters per 100k, 15 to 17 per 100k, depending on your driving. So that's been my experience with driving it extensively. Any other issues at the front? I don't think so. Haven't had a problem. This thing here with changing to comfort and sport, I haven't felt any difference, or even putting in a power mode, haven't felt any difference at all. But overall, when you're driving, it drives really awesome. Love it, love it, love it. It is great. But again, little things do go wrong with it. The other thing that went wrong, I'll show you maybe at the back. The aircon drain went for some reason. It was blocked. So what happened was the aircon system here, when it works and things like that, or when I felt like it's splashing water inside and things like that. Not quite good. Not quite good, I guess. I didn't like it. So yeah. So I had to get that checked. I don't know why it was blocked. But again, you buy a Toyota, little things go wrong. This thing doesn't turn on anymore. Not sure why. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. But this thing does not turn on anymore for whatever reason. Look, not a big deal. Nothing too important. But look, you're buying a Toyota. It doesn't mean it's perfect. Or Lexus, little things. So you don't have to spend a lot of money, or you can live with these things. Drivetrain wise, they're perfect, but little things like this will go. So yeah. At the back, look, it doesn't do it all the time, but what I've noticed is this gas rod when the car comes there, when I press this and it's coming down, makes sometimes creaking noises. Not now because it's hot weather, I think. It closes perfectly, doesn't have any issues. But that's the other thing that I saw wrong with it. Apart from that, not much. Look, from a 13-14-year-old point of view car, they are amazing. They're really lovely. When you drive them, you really appreciate what they've got to offer. They're plenty of power and torque, mainly torque. You don't have to put your gas pedal down a lot in order to get a lot of performance out of them. They're not race cars. It's not not at all. The transmission is very, very smooth, but it doesn't downshift quick. So don't expect, for that to do that. But again, it hasn't been designed to do that. My friend is a mechanic. It jacked the car up, had it on the hoist or whatever, and it looked underneath. Everything seemed to be in working condition, no issues, no repairs is coming up, but things are wearing, so you got to replace things. So all I'm saying is that when you buy these cars, don't expect perfect, and you wouldn't be disappointed. Shouldn't give you a hard time, shouldn't give you any problems with anything expensive as such if you service them on time. And I'm very anal on things, I service them really, really carefully on time and make sure it's done. But apart from that, I love this car, no issues, no problem at all. When you want to drive it hard, don't do this often anyway, but when the rev goes up, you really love the performance, you really love the engine noise. It's very quiet inside when you're driving around town and all that. It's a really, really awesome car to have. Oh, something else gone wrong with it. Got to show you. Center console, this display. These two buttons, they're fine. Anything else? It's funny. See? I don't know why. All these buttons, when I touch, it becomes a problem. Again, not big deal. I'm not using any other functionality anyway, but it's a little bit annoying. I just need the climate and the audio anyway, and I can work those things, and that's about it. Yeah. Look, this is the Lexus, the Toyota 200 series. This is the petrol version. I know there's a bit of a difference between the engine size. I think that one is 4.7 litres, this one's 5.7. This one got a timing chain, the other one's got a timing belt, but should be very similar performance and similar specs. It needs the obviously timing belt replacement, this one doesn't, but expect these little things. If you do, you wouldn't be disappointed. And the amount of money they just depreciated is crazy. This was the most expensive car Lexus used to make, and now you're buying it for a fraction of that. So you gotta love the savings and you gotta love the quality. When you drive it around, love it. It's really great. Yeah, got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, this was a short review of my car.